My initial inspiration, I guess, was being in the science world in the 1980s, late 1980s, when we had the ability to use the internet for the first time, which connected science laboratories, and just, and then the web was created at a physics laboratory at CERN in Switzerland in late 80s, early 90s, and I was using it, and that made me realize that it was quite interesting, but it seemed like a scientific tool. And then this magazine called Wired came out in 1993, and they said, "Oh, this is not just a science tool. This is going to change the world. It's going to, revolutionize politics and companies and society and culture." And I thought, "Oh my God, this is amazing. This tool that I use every day is actually a revolutionary technology." And so I pretty much changed my career. I decided to, this internet was my career, that I was going to bet on it. I was going to take it wherever it went, and that defined the rest of my life, I guess.
And can you briefly say how 3D was created? You mentioned there was a student that contacted you, that he found you. Can you briefly explain the story and about how this happened?
In my robotics company, 3D Robotics, where we make open source drones, I created a community first, and that's what you do these days. You create a community and share information and ask questions and create a place where people can collaborate. And what happens in a community is that smart people rise to the top, and they rise to the top not by what they say but what they do. And this one guy named Jordi Munoz did amazing things. He was flying helicopters with Wii controllers and using Arduino. And I wanted to learn from him. We did some projects together. And when it became time to start a company, he was the natural one. And it didn't matter what school he'd gone to or didn't go to. It didn't matter what language he spoke, what country he came from. What companies he didn't work for or did work for. What mattered is what he could do. And in a sense, he found me. He came to our community. He chose to show what he could do. And I feel lucky that by having created a space, I knew nothing about the subject, by simply creating a space where the right people could come and share, we found a way to hire perfect people to create a company that never would have worked in the old model, where you had to go to the right school and speak the right language or have the right citizenship to participate. In this world, talent finds you.
Do you have a favorite quote?
I'm sorry?
Do you have a favorite quotation?
My favorite quotation is, "The future is already here, it's just unevenly distributed." It's I think William Gibson quote, and what it means is that you don't have to predict the future. Somebody's already doing it out there, you just have to look and find it.
And what is your message to the upcoming generation? How can I get inspired?
DIY. Just do it yourself. You have everything you need within your hand, within your reach. Nothing stopping you. Just do it.
And do you have a favorite TED talk or TED speaker?
I mean, there's so many.
Which ones would inspire you in the past?
Oh, I really couldn't pick one. I've been to TED for 11 years now, so I probably have seen several thousand. They're all good.